Hello guys, today we will talk about fishing game on Roblox. This game is called Fisch. Fisch is simple and cozy fishing game on Roblox. And yet, despite simple, Fisch is gathering such fantastic number of player. Fisch is literally gathering around 300,000 players, sometimes 4 OK players, and even at Sunday, 5 OK players. For a simple game as Fisch, of course this is amazing achievement. However, despite they clearly deserve the amazing achievement, I think Fisch is still need more work. What I mean? Well, what I mean is, Fisch need a lot. Update to make it actually worthy. See, the fish is sometimes can be pretty boring. What are you doing? Is only fishing. Tap shake button, tap the screen and get the fish, that's it. For the first time maybe it sound fun, and yet play it for hours and it can be pretty boring. I am myself was type of player that love boring, cozy, and relaxing game after the bad day or back from school. However, I am only play it for 30 minutes or 1 hour, then leave to play other games or watch videos on YouTube. Maybe I am feel relaxed after play the game. And yes, it was great experience. However, it was not for everyone, and some peoples can feel pretty bored, especially for toddlers or people with short attention span. Hell, even for me, it was quite boring, and there's nothing new. Not only that, but the gameplay loop of Fisch was painful as getting stabbed while realizing you are nothing and contribute nothing to the world just like me. And also did I need to mention how to simple this game are. Literally to simple, the simplicity of this game, while giving its own charm, was contribute nothing to the game other than vibe and environment, which is nice, but still not contribute anything to the gameplay. And also weirdly, there are no minigames. No, seriously, there are no minigames or any stuff in this game other than fishing. Like you just fishing, get fish, sold fish, buy new rods, buy new boats, exploring, and enchant the rods using enchanted relics, even if you found it. Like okay, I knew this is supposed to be fishing game, and yes, I know it. This is fishing game, not PvP or action games. And yet, is that wrong to add minigames or any another stuff? So yeah, for anyone who having short attention span or just impatient, maybe this game is not for yours. However, if you search the relaxing, boring game, just like me, then Fisch is perfect choice. But even then, relaxing game need to be fun and enjoyable. And Fisch, while not far, also not near the goal. It was in between. What's even more painful to me is, I am personally actually enjoy and even slightly ready to defend Fisch from backlash. Why? It because to me, Fisch is having a good potential and still far from fell off. Basically there are still times, resource, and chance to bettering this game by add new quest, actual new gameplay and reducing the painful gameplay loop. Maybe like hunting down the big animals such as the whales, sharks and any big aquatic animals, and before y'all screaming, but they also add sharks, whales and any big aquatic animals. Hear me out. Yes, they add it, but in disappointing way. Basically what you need to do is just fishing again and hoping luck is on your side. What's more ridiculous is they even doesn't try to make one of big aquatic animals is having different fishing style. All of them are same, just fishing. Tap shake button on screen, tap the screen and hoping luck on your side. This is of course pretty ridiculous and personally disappointed me why they choose this decision. Can they just make different fishing style for giant aquatic animals one? Like okay, I knew that gonna be pretty hard and knew about the creator of Fisch. Yeah, it gonna be time consuming, but still why? Why not try at least? For example, you have sperm whale. Unlike others, the sperm whale only able to obtain if you had harpoon or hook rope and spear. Then search the sperm whale in ocean, awaiting until sperm whale is emerge and then attack it with harpoon. Start the simple minigame where you need to tap the screen in order to get closer to the sperm whale. Or you had non-fish aquatic animals such as lobsters or crabs. You only able to obtain crabs and lobsters using crab cave or shells. You can collect shells and even maybe at rare chances treasures or at least sinking ship by obtaining basic diving gear and diving into deep of ocean. This is also why I am even despise this issue even more. Why even having diving gear at all if its only purpose was to prevent or at least slowing players' death if they fall into the ocean? Then it gonna be pretty wasteful and useless. I mean sure you have more hope to survive in depth though. Ocean if you had basic diving gear, and yet that's it. I think it's gonna be better if they had shells and treasures as rewards for players that obtaining basic diving gear, basically making our struggle to collect 300 coins feel more rewarding. But maybe I am wrong. After all, I am only joining around Fish Fright during Halloween and only had 19 level and barely exploring the ocean itself due I am too busy. Maybe there was something, and yet I just didn't knew about it. But even then, it still quite proved my points. There are nothing in ocean. I mean the game and NPCs aren't bothered enough to inform players about ocean's exploration, and that was quite a big deal if it was the case. And also, the ocean itself is ridiculously pretty barren. Like seriously, there are nothing in ocean. Just barren, ocean wasteland. No reefs, no decorating fish, no sinking ship, no underwater cave. Literally, nothing in ocean. Just you, plain stone and underwater desert. Which is even more proven how useless the existence of basic diving gear. That's pretty ridiculous. The only reason the basic diving gear had right to exist is to slowing or might be prevent players' death by drowning in ocean. Even then, I doubt if the case was player suck after the whirlpool, and yes, whirlpool is indeed exist in the game as rare event, and once suck off, there are no hope and only two choices: leave the game or reset. And if you reset, then say goodbye to your coins, because if you die, you will lose the coins. And if you at verge of broke, then it gonna be stressful. I once experienced it in hard way, basically, losing 129 coins. That was pretty shock, and let's be honest, that was frustrated me. And also disclaimer, yes, I knew it's not hard to get 100 of monies in the game. And yet, if you have set the goal to get a new rod in short amount of times, and basically must get coins as possible, that was pretty painful and awful. And also not let's forget that one of point of playing fish is to get bigger, rarer, and better fish, and yet you can't obtain them as trophy. Basically after you get the fish, there's only two options. 1. Sold them to merchant. 2. Keep in inventory so you can flex into the other players. There are no aquarium and kinda trophy system in the game, which is slightly weird and even slightly more demotivating several type of players, such as competitive players or trophy hunter players, and personally me. I was more akin to collect different type of players. I would love to collect every fish as either fish in aquarium or becoming decorating trophy, and it going to be interesting if the aquarium or trophy system does give you permanent yet small boost, such as 3% more lucky, 4% more strong, or 2% more speed, and it going even more interesting if one-off requirement needed to active the boost of aquarium and trophy system is to obtain hut or house, basically allowing you to store your fish and trophy collection and activated the boost. The best example of this small indie mobile game called Casting Away. It was same fishing game as Fisch, except it has small storyline of protagonist is trapped in island after survive the plane crash. It also was single player to D graphic, and yet the art style of the Casting Away is beautiful and cozy. It also giving a warm feeling and also pretty relaxing. Can you see it? I don't know about you, but as much I like the simplicity design of art style, a fish clearly casting away is superior in that aspect. And also, are you? Remember about the aquarium and trophy system I talked earlier? Yeah, it was the thing in casting away. As you can see, I am clearly love this system since it allows you to have another motivations other than capture the fish and sold it for rods. If they add it, I am clearly will more active in fish to get more rare fish to put them in aquarium or turning them into decorations in a cabin or house. Now the last critic I want to give is the fish had no storyline whatsoever. Basically it just, you wanted to become legendary fisher. That's it. And you must remember that since Roblox is not pretty supportive towards fishing, game meaning it forced the DV to make the fishing game more boring and simple, adding storyline or any unique features would be interesting enough and able to cover up the flaw in fishing system. But still, having big animals fishing system 1 is pretty fun and engaging, and I once experienced it in Assassin's Creed Rogue. And also, what I mean is maybe adding small backstory for our character and maybe at the adventure quest, where we will follow the NPC's adventures or their backstory. I am sure it will make the game even more interesting and fun to play. We will. Curious about our adventure with other NPCs or even another players and wanted to play more to continue the game. Anyway, that's the end of video. I hope you enjoy it. And I am pretty sorry if the video is heavily flawed. It was my experiment video with CapCut and also my last big project in 2024. I will upload more in 2025 if I had times. This is also my first time using a voice, so it may be quite unpleasant for you, and I am pretty sorry about it. Anyway, see you next time, and Sire.